Hey, good people. It is Tuesday, so I decided to do a Talk It Out Tuesday about something that I talk about a lot on the podcast. I mean, we had a whole season dedicated to understanding our stories and our plight as Black people. But I wanted to take the moment for Talk It Out Tuesday to talk about the most recent thing that we're all seeing and dealing with, and that is the killing of Daunte Wright. The only reason why I am doing it in this way instead of just making an episode or a post is because someone had the, I won't say it like that, someone commented on my Justice for Daunte Wright post and had some very direct opinions toward me in posting that. And said some things that I didn't respond to. I just blocked them, but because I wasn't in the mood, and I'm still not. So don't try me, okay? Because as much as I love Jesus, I will get. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't don't get your people mixed up here. But I do want to address a few things. First and foremost, again, this is Talking Out Tuesday, so I'm just talking it out with y'all. And you can comment all you want to, but if it's slick, I'm gonna delete it and block you, because I'm just not gonna do it. But I am gonna talk it out. First and foremost, this is my platform, so that means I choose what I post and what I don't post, and there's something that is very simple that you can do. You can, or a few things. You can keep scrolling. You can block me. You can unfollow. All of those things may be a better option than you commenting on something that you refuse to acknowledge and have no way of possibly understanding. The platform that I have with the podcast is, different in many ways from other people. But the main thing is I will not be silent about the things that need to be discussed and talked about. I won't. So I don't know what, people come here looking for. But if you know me, if you've ever listened to the show, then we talk about all the things, including the things that are very uncomfortable, such as this one. We are still reeling from last year and all of the people that we lost. And coming into this new year, we are still reeling. Right? And now this. I don't have the words, right? I don't understand it. And I keep saying this because I don't. When someone calls me about something, I always tell them, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't get it. But one thing I do is that there's something not right. I've had people argue with me and or try to argue with me and say, this happens to other people. Have you looked at the numbers? White people get killed for this, and Hispanics, and all these different people get killed for the same thing in the same ways. But you're not gonna keep trying to make me believe that it doesn't happen more with people who look like me. You're just not going, for little to nothing. The person who posted yesterday said, well, if he hadn't have ran, he wouldn't have been killed. You're just supporting a criminal. Okay, I won't say that. I was going to say something. Let me tell you something. I think the thing that bothers me about all of the killings that we've seen is that we've watched videos of other races do the exact same thing or even more. We've seen other races threaten the police officers verbally, attack them with weapons, and they still somehow make it out of those situations alive. We've seen people run. I mean, y'all, we grew up with cops. We've seen this stuff all of our lives. But for some reason, when they look like us, the outcome is always different. They're threatening. They feared their lives when it's us. And I think that is the part that is not understood, or you refuse to understand when you try to debate how we feel and how this makes us feel. I tell people, you don't have to agree, but you will respect my stance on it, because you have no idea how it feels when you are driving when you see a cop, when they're in your rear view behind you or anywhere near you, the fear that comes over us. Some people don't have that fear. Yeah. Some people don't have that fear. And if you don't have that fear, then you don't understand. You don't. You can't possibly understand. Why is there even a law against having an air freshener? You want your car to smell good? How are people a threat when they're running away from you? You should only use your weapon if you fear for your life. How is someone going away from you, you fearing your life? How is someone handcuffed, you fearing your life? How is someone in their home eating ice cream, a bowl of ice cream, fearing, causing you to fear for your life? How is someone sleeping in their home causing you to fear for your life? How is someone who peeks out of their window to see who was creeping around their house late at night, you fearing for your life? It doesn't make sense. And y'all are not going to continue to try to make us like we crazy. Period. If you don't understand it, if you don't agree, then shut up. Shut up. But for those of us who do, and those of us who have this fear now, and have always had this fear for most of our lives, they can't understand why we can't just make it home. For those of you who understand and get it, I'm praying for y'all. I'm praying for all of us. Because at this point, it's real. It's scary. It's too much. It's simply too much. So, again, if you don't like it, you don't like it. I really don't care. But respect others. You cannot make us seem like our feelings are invalid in some way and we're just making up stuff. At this point, yeah, things looking real intentional right now. I don't know if it's more police training. I don't know if it's only defunding. I don't know what the answer is. I definitely think defunding will help. And not in the way people think, but in a very educated way. But my prayers are with all of us. It's real heavy right now, y'all. But keep pushing. Keep going. If you don't like it, if you don't agree, learn to just be quiet. And maybe in your silence and sitting back and trying to understand and being educated and sitting back and looking at what people post and the comments under them and really trying to get it, maybe one day you'll get it. But if you don't, be quiet, because we are literally in an all-out war. We're trying to stay sane at this point. We're trying not to break. It is too much. So that's today's Talk It Out Tuesday. Ain't very positive and light today, but it's real. And y'all know the motto: we can't heal what we can't heal what we hide. So we talk about it. So that was today's Talk It Out Tuesday. I'm standing in solidarity with every person who's ever been affected, who's endured trauma of this nature, who knows what it feels like to have fear when you see these certain persons, whether it's not, maybe it's not a police officer, maybe it's just racism as a whole, just hate of people. Some of us, we're not racist, but we still hate one another. Like, I'm just really hoping that love and understanding and respect become a way of life, and it gets stronger amongst us all, because we need it right now, y'all. That's all I got to say. Back to vacation. I love y'all.